Dear Class of 2020, finding the perfect dress for a fleeting night felt like adrenaline rushing through my veins. The excitement of experiencing the moments high school were all about. Every morning, coffee stops before first period and hoping you'd still make it on time. Class began to become a countdown to the most memorable moments. Rallies were still pointless, but students pretended to care, knowing they would never have moments like these again. Car drives at 9 o'clock at night made it feel like freedom was at your front doorstep, finally taking a step in. Prom was not the best night of my life, but it was one that counted. Taking photos in the bleacher stands during games just to feel a part. High school was not my favorite experience, nor was it even the best one. Junior year, I began doing dual enrollment and ran away from the place I felt was trapping me. But when I look back and see the class of 2020, I can't help but feel for them. Within a blink of an eye, everything was gone. Everything was stripped right in front of you, and you're expected to just deal with it. To the class of 2020, I'm sorry that you never got to dance with your high school sweetheart while music blared in your ears and laughs filled your heart. I'm sorry you didn't experience dressing up for Spirit Week for the last time ever. I'm sorry that your last months of high school were filled with terror from the whole nation. Your Fridays look like lonely Saturday nights watching Netflix as the sun sets. To the theater kids whose plays were canceled, your hours of production are now just faded memories. I'm sorry that your last day of high school was so abrupt. The worst feeling is saying goodbye and not knowing it's your last one. To all the yearbook students who worked passionately and feel like it all went down the drain. Every picture reminding you of memories you did not get to have. To the promposals that were never fulfilled. To the prom dresses you cannot return, so they sit in your closet collecting dust. The first and last time wearing that dress would be the moment your eyes lit up when you tried it on. I'm sorry that Zoom is the last time you saw your high school crush you never had the guts to talk to, or your best friend that you only spoke to at school. I'm sorry that you don't even get to walk across the stage as your parents smile at you as you move on to the next stage of life. If it makes you feel any better, neither did I. I'm sorry that you had to leave it all before you were even done. To the senior trips that didn't even get to happen. To the juniors you didn't get to say goodbye to. I know you can't get any of this time back. I know that every moment in quarantine seems like a wasted moment of one of your last days of high school. You can't go back in time and hug your friends, so you have the choice to hold on to the despair of the situation or the hope of the future. And I'm sorry it played out this way. I regret it myself that I took high school for granted. So ready to leave my last 2 years of high school that my last years were spent in classes with college students I didn't know and teachers that barely cared. I regret not living out every moment. And so do you. You see, we dread the present so much that we rush through it. We miss the beauty of the process. We miss the beauty of the moments with our friends. And after all that complaining, when we finally get what we want, we realize it was worse than what we had. Now that your final days of high school are spent in the comfort of your own bed and staring at a screen, what are you going to do now? Make the best of the moments in front of you. Go to every game in college. Live every moment like it may never happen again. Find what makes you feel alive. Love people like you may never see them again. Enjoy the good and the bad despite how painful it may feel. Because you never know when it's gonna be ripped away from you. I'm sorry, class of 2020. It's unfair how the wind blew away all that you knew before you were even ready. Here's a reminder that this virus is temporary. It did not take away your ability to laugh. It didn't take away your ability to love, and it will not take away your future. When the storm comes, notice how the sun still rises in the morning, even when she cannot be seen. She rises after the darkest nights, even when people may forget about her. She still shines, providing light so the whole world can still operate. I encourage you to be that light. Be the light in the darkness. Be the light. Love, a 2018 graduate.